lovelies, it's Izzy here, and today I'll be leading you through a 60-minute gentle flow. Today's practice is all about the head, neck, shoulders, and spine. This practice is perfect if you've been feeling a little tension or tightness in the upper body. Maybe you've been traveling, walking long hours, doing some heavy lifting, or even just had a bad night's sleep, leaving you feeling lots of knots or really congested in the upper body. For this practice, you'll need 2 blocks, a yoga mat, some space, some quiet, water, and comfortable clothing. So go ahead, grab what you need, and meet me on the mat. So we'll start in a child's. Taking the knees out wide, bringing the big toes together. And then just begin to work the chest down as we open the hips, reaching the fingertips towards the top of the mat, opening through the underarm space, and bang the chest down. Forehead may come all the way down, it may just hover. If you have a bolster and you'd like to bring that underneath the body, just to cradle the chest, you're welcome to do so. We'll just take these first few minutes to kind of quiet the mind. I'm not sure how your mornings go, but my mornings, even without the school rush, still seem to be kind of some of our busiest time of the day. It can be a little crazy as we make our way from sleepy morning time to let's get focused on school time. Ready for work time. So take a minute just to tap into your breath, and however your morning looks, begin to just for this 1 hour unattach from your morning so far, unattach from everything that will come in the rest of the day after this practice, and fully commit to being present in the body, present in the breath, and being connected to the self right now. Allow each new breath cycle to just slow the mind a little bit more, bringing it into this place of quiet and of clarity. Maybe a place where you can let go of the external kind of noise and buzz and hum. Just tap into quiet, but where you can hear physical sensation, experience physical sensation, feel physical sensation, emotion, anything that is there and wants to come to the surface, wants to be seen, wants to be heard. Just allow yourself to be open and in this quiet place so that you can connect to that. Press the lips together. Take inhales in and out through the nostrils. Breathing into the back body, breathing into the rib cage, into the belly, all the way into the hip creases. And then gently on an inhale, lift the chest. Tent through the fingertips, tenting through the palm of the hand. Take the hands over to that right side. And then settle the chest down. Finding some extra length all the way from this pinky finger down the left side body into that left outer hip space. Find a few rounds of breath here. And then find tension through the fingertips again as you inhale, working your way through the midline, across the body, over to that left side. Find some extra space, some extra length in the right side body as you soften the heart down. Lifting the chest, coming back to neutral. Press down into the palms as you walk the hands back towards you and draw the body up into all fours. And for this variation, we're keeping our knees wide, big toes are still touching. Press the palms down into the mat as you splay the fingers, hug that belly in. We'll begin to cat-cow just like this, opening the heart as you lift tail, push into the tops of the feet. Exhale. Round to the spine. Draw the tailbone down. Begin to connect one breath to one movement as you work through this cat-cow variation. You may notice that this movement is a little more subtle than our usual cat-cow. Turning off my fans, they were too breezy this morning. Take one more round of cat-cow. And then draw the chest down. Let's start moving to the left this time, rippling, creating big circles with the mid-body all the way around to the left side. And then draw the chest down, begin to work to the right side, rolling in the body. And eventually come back to neutral, shift the weight, aligning shoulders over the wrist. Legs stay exactly where they are. Fire up that left side. Begin to work the right hand towards the top of the right shoulder. We'll open here to a twist. Use that connection to externally rotate, lift through the elbow, open the heart to the right side, and then eventually open that right hand to sky. Take a few rotations of the right wrist. And then begin to sweep the right hand underneath for thread the needle. Come down to the outer right shoulder, right side of the head. And let's sweep that left hand behind the spine. Move it towards top of the right hip. Take a few deep breaths as you sink deeper into the right side body. And then ease that left palm, bring it back beneath the left shoulder. Gently lift the chest and bring the right hand underneath the right shoulder back to the mat. Second side, push into the right palm, bring left hand to touch the left shoulder. And then work from the elbow, opening the chest, open the heart. Begin to peel the gaze towards the sky and fold. The hand lifts. Roll the left wrist. And then sweep the left hand down and underneath the right. Find the outer left shoulder, left side of the head. Find the contact and then release the right hand. Sweep behind towards the left thigh. Find the breath. Connect to that grounding sensation. Release the right hand down. Push into all points of contact and then release the left hand. Go ahead, cross the ankles, roll the body back, come to seated space. All the way to seated. Make a few adjustments as needed. And then sweep the hands behind the body, fingertips point forwards. Find length in the spine. And we'll slowly begin to work the shoulders back and down. Shoulder blades begin to wrap and draw towards one another. At the same time, begin to lift the chest and gently invite the gaze to lift as well. Draw the navel towards the back body as you begin to lengthen through the crown and come to a nice elongated spine in seated space. Bring the hands to the tops of the shoulders. Press down into the sits bones on an inhale. Begin to work the elbows forwards, lifting them towards the ceiling. Open them, begin to sink the shoulder blades back and down into the back pockets. Shoulders move away from the ears and we'll stay at the bottom. Draw the chin down to the chest. Roll the right ear over towards the right shoulder, lifting the chin just slightly. And then back down to chest and over to the left side. One more time, find some freedom in and around the neck, across the tops of the shoulders. And then bring the gaze to neutral. Arms stay where they are. Let's just take the head side to side as if saying no. Really slowly find some fluidity here. And then center, taking it gently up and down. As if we're saying yes, just nodding the head. Perfect. And then back to neutral. Let's roll these shoulders. Finding a little quicker pace. Again, fluid with the movement. It's rolling in the shoulder joint. Lots of awareness. Really attentive. One more, and then releasing the hands, allowing them to float all the way down. Root through the sits bones, inhale, breathe the hands, reach them overhead, press the palms, exhale, draw them down towards the heart. As you do, create some resistance. Two more with breath, inhale, exhale. One time we'll inhale. Interlace the fingers at the top. Draw them to the back of the head as you open the elbows to the right and the left. Press the back of the head into the palms of the hand. Gently, from this collarbone space, lift through the chest as you lift the chin and the gaze. And then from the mid-spine, where the navel is, begin to curl to the back body. Wrap the elbows to touch as you round the spine. Inhale. Open the chest. Open the heart. Exhale. Really curl inwards. Begin to find your connection to breath, moving at your pace, not bound to mine or anybody else's. Just moving organically with that natural pranayama, that natural rhythm. And then slowly lift the chest. When you greet that next inhale, release the arms out to the side. Sweep the right arm forward, take the left arm underneath, and we'll just open the top of the right shoulder. Slowly bring this left hand to the top of the shoulder. Apply gentle pressure as you sweep the left hand all the way down and across, opening the shoulder head. Beautiful. On an inhale, release. Open the heart, open the arms. Opposite side, left arm comes across, right arm hugs. Open the shoulder, find that connection, and then reach that right hand to the left shoulder head and begin to draw it across the body. This feels good. Little pressure. Little massage. And then on an inhale, open the chest. Turn palms to the earth, bring them down, placing the fingertips on the mat. Notice the spine. See if you can invite just a little bit more length into the spine. Take a deep breath in. Draw right ear to right shoulder, open through the left side of the neck. With that left hand, I want you to flex and push the left hand down and away. You should find more of an active stretch begin as we floss through the palm, through the underarm, all the way into the outer neck space. You can keep the right hand rested or release the right hand to the left side of the head. Maybe a little invitation for some pressure to move a little deeper. Being very cautious, moving very gingerly. This can be quite intense when we're so slow and intentional. It can get really deep, so stay with the breath. And then ease the right hand back down. Release the left hand down. Slowly lift the head back to neutral. Take a breath in. And then left ear comes to left shoulder. Release the right hand. Flex through the heel of the palm. Push down and away. Feel that electricity. Maybe you lift the left hand. Maybe it stays connected to the ground. Find that sweet spot. Find the edge. And then lean into it with the breath. And to release the left hand back down. Soften the right fingertips back down. Draw the gaze back to neutral. Take an inhale. Lift the arms. We'll take a twist. Left arm crosses onto the right knee. Right hand comes behind. Find some extra space and then ease into that twist. Send in the gaze behind you. Let your next inhale bring you to neutral as you sweep the arms up. And then find the second side. Exhale, finding that connection. Inhale, finding the length. And then the twist. Inhale, reach to sky. Exhale, press the palms together, draw them down in front of the heart. We'll shift onto all fours. Reach the palms forward, roll over the legs if it feels okay. And we'll come back to all fours. Moving towards down dog. And today for down dog, we're going to take our hands slightly wider than shoulder width. So legs will stay the same, in line with the hips. We're just taking those hands wider, tucking the toes, find a big belly breath. And then begin to lift the knees, slowly lift the hips as you roll the chest down. The knees can be really soft here. We're just focused on the shoulders, the chest. Lengthen the spine. It's our first time coming into the hamstring, so moving cautiously, being very, very gentle. Find a little movement. And then lift the heels high, bring the knees all the way back down. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift the knees, roll back down dog. Maybe the heels move a little further towards the mat. Maybe you still have a deep bend of the knees. Again, connect to some movement, incorporate the breath. And then lift the heels, float the knees back down. One more time, hug the navel towards the spine, take an inhale. Down dog, exhale. This time, see if you can lengthen the back of the legs just a little bit more. Maybe shake the head, yes, no. Maybe this time you bring in a twist. Maybe you keep the knees really bent. Maybe you pedal the feet. And then lift the heels, bring the knees to touch the ground. Back to all fours. From here, we'll take the right foot forwards. If knees are tender, you can slide a block, not a block, that would not feel good, a blanket under the knees. We're going to send this right leg back, and then we're going to draw the knee towards the nose and step it forwards into, or coming towards a low lunge. Take the right hand and bring it to the inner arch and heel toe if it feels good. that right foot to the right side. Left toe is tucked. Lift the left knee and gently just begin to walk it back slightly until you find that length and that edge. You can stay here or you can bring blocks underneath the palms of the hand. And from wherever you are, begin to draw the hips down, open through the left hip flexor, and begin to lift through the heart and the crown. Hug the right inner thigh towards the outer right elbow and arm. And we'll just find that deep breath work. So we're moving really slowly today, but there's lots of intention in the breath and lots of intention in the movement. We're opening the top of this left hip. We're also finding some space in the spine, in the hips, all the way along the front body. We'll take about 5 more breaths here. If it feels good, you can continue just to inch that knee a little further back to find a deeper stretch. Just stay exactly where you are. And then we'll begin to gently just shift the hips backwards a little. If you are on blocks, take the block to the right edge of the mat. Right hand, heel toe the right foot in so it's back into alignment. And then we'll walk the hands back as we move the hips back, lengthening the right leg. Hands come underneath the shoulders. This right knee can be bent or straight depending on how you feel. You may alter these blocks to find the highest level. Inhale, press down, lift through the tail all the way out the crown of the head, and then bend into the elbows. Hold on to the length in the spine as you fold over. And this may mean you can't go all the way down, but I want you to focus on that integrity in the back of the spine, that length. Just a few more breaths. I know this can be really sticky. I'm feeling it too. And then bend into that right knee. Walk the blocks or palms forwards. And we'll lift the hips. Take the right leg back, all fours. Press into those palms again, walking hands just outside of the shoulders. Take an inhale. Down dog, exhale, bring it back and down. Just one round of clearing breath. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale through the mouth. Lift the heels as you press the lips together. Roll the knees back down. Send the left leg behind you. Inhale. Draw the knee towards the chest. Step it forwards. You can use that left hand to bring the left foot forwards. Reach for the blocks or stay on the mat. Walk the left foot to the left side. Bring the left arm inside the left thigh. Use the right toes that are tucked underneath to pick up the right knee and inch it back until you find your shape. Again, that left thigh really hugs in. It wants to open and roll to the left, but we're going to hug in, keeping that left inner thigh really active. Begin to press into the palms, opening the chest. Paying close attention to the shoulders. Sometimes we can take tension from the area that we're focused on and just kind of bring it to another space in the body. Often the shoulders or the jaw we clench. So see if you can soften in those places. And gently, we'll begin to shift the weight. Take the left hand to the outer edge. Work that left foot back into alignment. And then walk blocks or hands towards the back body, back beneath the shoulders. Maybe you rotate the block. Inhale, find that length, and then again move the back of the hips as you lengthen down and over the leg. And if you're someone like me who likes more of an active flow, and active doesn't always mean difficult, right? I just like to sync the breath to the movement, and that's my kind of go-to practice. Slowing down like this can be really challenging, even though we're doing gentle yoga and foundational postures. Still, for me, it's the practice of staying quiet in my mind and really intentional with my breath, focused on the one stretch and not shifting to move out. Sometimes this can be the most challenging practice of all. Last moment here, then we'll take it forwards, bending that left foot, walking blocks or hands towards the top of the mat. Pressing down and then releasing that left foot back. Taking the palms wide again. Big inhale of the breath. Toes tuck. Down dog. Ripple it back and down. And glance between the hands. Lift the heels. Soften the knees. Walk to the top of the mat. Really slowly we'll bring ourselves to the top of the mat. Take a deep bend, and then inhale, lengthen as you take the hands, tops of the shins, even the thighs. And exhale, fold. Draw the navel in, ragdoll all the way to standing. Very, very slowly. All the way to the top. Breathe the shoulders back and down to Tadasana. Perfect. So we're going to come to the wall, and I probably should have said this at the beginning. Hopefully there's a wall by you. So see if you can find the wall. And we're just going to find Tadasana, bringing the right hand back so I'm standing in Tadasana and placing my right hand on the wall. We can always take this on the floor too. We can find that variation. I'm going to walk myself closer as I open this right shoulder. Gently, just lean in. And taking that nice big stretch, keeping the heart forwards, keeping the length through the body. And slowly turn towards the wall, walk away. Draw that right hand down, maybe roll the shoulder. And we'll come straight away to the second side. This time, left palm connects. And you may be further away from the wall, you may be here. I like to get all the way to the wall. And press in, and then begin to open it out. That's just what feels good for me, so maybe explore and see what works best for you. Find those deep breaths. You find a little tender spot. You can always use the right hand to gently massage around the front of the chest, the front of the shoulder. Sometimes that feels really good. And then easing out. Shake out the left hand. And let's come to the long side of our mat. We'll find a wide-legged stance, turning toes out, heels in. We'll open the arms. And we'll find an eagle on the right. So the right arm's going to come underneath and wrap, bringing us to eagle. If that's too much, simply bring opposite hand to the top of the opposite shoulder. Finding eagle, take a moment, feel that really juicy spread. So even if we're not, my ponytail's in the way, we're feeling that opening through the backs of the shoulder blades. Even if we're here, we can still find that sensation, and we can deepen it by lifting the bottom of the elbow a little higher to move deeper into that space. Push down to the soles of the feet as you find that really solid foundation, that connection. Inhale. And then begin to bend, fold over the legs. You can bend the knees. We'll keep the legs long, drawing the body down and over. Let the head hang heavy. Just find that really full sense of opening through the back body here. Again, knees can be bent, arms can be on shoulders, but still finding that connection, that opening, just in a different way. And then bend the knees. Slowly use an inhale breath to lift the chest, push into the feet. Maybe a gentle back bend. And then back to neutral. Release the arms. Take an inhale. Press the palms together. Exhale. Whew. That felt really good. I'm actually excited for us to get to the second side. It feels so good in my shoulders. Open the arms. Take that left arm down and around. Eagle always feels good for me. Always a place of tension in my shoulders. I think I probably do an eagle at least once a day. Again, find your version of eagle, Garudasana. Maybe lift the elbows just slightly. And then when you feel ready, begin to tilt the body forwards, over and down. Hanging heavy. Still breathing, don't forget to breathe. And then bend the knees. Push into the feet very slowly. Begin to lift. You don't want want to get head rush. Bending, come all the way to standing, maybe a gentle back bend, lifting at the top. And then release. Release the arms down, heel toe the feet underneath the body. Turning to the top of the mat, back to Tadasana. Take an inhale. Swan dive, forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen. And we'll ragdoll. Option to connect opposite hand to elbow. Option to interlace the fingers, sweep them behind at the nape of the neck. And then drape the elbows towards the ground. Wherever you are, just find some length in the low spine. Find some length in the back of the legs. And then release the hands. Press the backs of the palms into the ground. Inhale. And then bend the knees. Exhale. Take the palms to the earth. Step it back for all fours. We're back to all fours. We'll stretch out the wrists. Take the inhale. Take the right hand. Gently turn the palm to the sky so the top of the wrist is on the floor, fingertips pointing to you. We'll begin to slowly lengthen that right arm, pushing into the ground just as much as it feels good. And then slowly peel the wrist off. Gently begin to press the fingers down. I'm shifting my weight back here, so I'm not putting too much weight into the palms, so I can find the edge. So gently begin to lower the wrist, the heel of the palm down. And maybe it doesn't fully connect, but you feel that really nice opening through the back of the wrist. So maybe we're here and we're just finding a stretch through the back of the fingers. Maybe you're all the way down. Maybe you're even bending the elbow slightly. Again, moving very, very cautiously. Another breath. And then roll through the palm. Place the right hand down, changing over to the left. Flip that left wrist. Back of the hand on the ground. Gentle pressure, gentle shift of the weight into that left hand. And then roll through the hand. And rotate, turning fingers towards you. Gently press them down. And open the back of that left wrist. And this is where we often can really see the difference. So we often can find that one leg is tighter than the other, one hamstring, and so on. And for me, this is very apparent that my right hand, which is my dominant hand, is a lot tighter than my left. One more breath. And then peel the hand off. Press the palm down. Untuck the toes, cross the ankles. Let's sit back and we'll come all the way onto the spine now. So we'll roll all the way down to our back. Bringing soles of the feet onto the mat. Take a minute, let the spine adjust, let it just sink, lay down long on the ground. And then right knee comes in towards the chest. Just hug that right knee in for a moment. Option to roll the right ankle. And then we'll open for a figure four. Right leg comes across the left. Lift the head as you bring the hands to the back of the left thigh, interlace the fingers, and then lengthen that left leg long. Again, as always, the knee can be bent. And set the head back down. Drawing the legs towards the chest for a deeper stretch. Send lots of breath to that right hip, that right glute. And then use your own resistance as you hug that left heel all the way down, contracting it towards the back of that left glute. Hold for a breath. And then release the hands. Set the left foot down, release the right leg. Bring that right foot onto the mat. Open the arms. Take an inhale. Take the knees over to the left side. The knees are separated. Lift the left ankle, and if it feels okay, hug that left ankle on the outer edge of the right thigh. Open, just encourage us to open the right side a little bit more. Maybe take the gaze over the right shoulder. Pausing for a few deep rounds of breath. And then bring the gaze to neutral, unhug that left foot. Bring the knees back to parallel. Reach for that left leg, hug that knee into the chest. Roll the left ankle. And then figure four, open. Left ankle across the right thigh. Lift the head, neck and heart. Find the connection behind the back of the right thigh. Gently lift the right leg and set the head down. Hug the legs towards the body. And then flex through the right foot again. Begin to compress that right heel with your own resistance, drawing the right heel towards the back of that right glute. And then release the hands, right foot comes down. Release the left foot down. Open the arms. Breath in through the nose. Knees over to the right. And if it felt okay on the first side, take that right ankle across top of the left thigh. Let gravity do the work and gaze over the left shoulder. Feel this yumminess through that left side. And 2 more big rounds of breath here. And then ease that right leg off of the left. Gaze and knees back to neutral. Bring the knees into the chest. Bring the chin and the forehead to be the top of the knees. Give yourself a big, big squeeze. And we'll find our way to Shavasana. Today for Shavasana, I'd like to offer utilizing the blocks just for gentle inversion, placing them at the bottom of the mat and taking the heels and the feet towards the furthest away ends, the bottom side of the block, so you can find that nice pressure point at the edge of the block on the calf. Take a moment to wiggle the sits bones, the tailbone onto the mat, maybe open the arms, maybe even a cactus or overhead to find a little extra extension. Feel the natural curvature through the spine, natural lift of the chest. Let the eyes close or become heavy and just shift inwards. Almost like when a hedgehog rolls into the ball and you see it go from this kind of outstretched space and it kind of curls in on itself. Feel as if you're mentally taking your awareness from the external, curling it in towards the heart. And just resting there for the next few minutes. shift into the space around you. Maybe take one leg off the block, placing sole of the foot on the ground, followed by the opposite leg. Maybe bring hands to the tops of the thighs, swaying the legs side to side. And then eventually coming all the way to one side. And taking a minute just to check in. And slowly we'll bring ourselves into seated space. Taking our time, guiding the hands on top of the knees, finding that beautiful length in the spine again. Thank you for being here today, for sharing this practice with me. I hope it allowed you to find some freedom in the head and the neck and the shoulders, maybe released a little tension or tightness, and just left you feeling good and ready for the day. With love, with light, with gratitude. Namaste.